What is this? This is not what I had open. And now this is open. Why is that open? All right, that should be it right there. All right, as y'all make your way on, please be sure to like and share the video. Yes, sir, in the car. Back in 2019. Back in 2019. Oh, snap. All right, so this is what I mentioned when I did the live stream from Times Square, that I was going to start the live Q&A. So this really is for folks that have questions about the NADEX platform, people that have questions about the training that I provide through TeamAlliance, and learning the skill of market observation so that you can trade profitably on NADEX. That's what this stream is for. If you have a question, just ask your question in the chat. Right now I'm streaming on 3 platforms. So I am on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. All right, so whatever you're tuning in from, first and foremost, like the video and then share it. And if you have a question that is related to trading, related to NADEX, or related to TeamAlliance training, that's what this is for. All right. I figured out how to set up this the streaming platform on my phone. So that's why I'm here in the car, because where I'm at, I don't want to move. Like where I'm parked at, I don't want to move from here. So that's why I'm not elsewhere. Excuse me. So I'm running right now off of the data on the phone. So I don't have access to Wi-Fi and shit like that. So I'm just basically dealing with what I got. But here I am. All right, so this is live with Mark, man. Live Q&A with Mark. So if you got a question, feel free to ask your question. I am also observing the market. I'm actually looking at it on the laptop right now. And I guess I could run that from here, but I don't want to do it because it takes up too much internet. It's taking up too much bandwidth, and it would be slowing down the stream and all of that type of shit. So I'm not doing that. All right, so I'm just doing the Q&A through the phone while I'm observing the market right now. So I've been observing the market for about 2 hours. So it's about 12. And I haven't really seen that much going on so far. Not that much at all. Just feel mad nostalgic being in the car. All right, I'm gonna come over to the chat in a second. Let me take a look at this real quick. Yeah, so right now it's not that much going on in the market overall. Um, I did observe a little bit last night. Before I went to a meeting, I had a business meeting that I had to go to. So before I did that, and then when I came back, I observed for a little bit. I observed today around 12 o'clock until now, and it's really not that much going on the Euro USD, which is my market. All right, so let me see who we got in the building. Jay Carly, what's good? So how's the audio? I got my mic connected to the phone. Audio should be coming through clear. Jay Carly going to lunch so she can come on. Oh snap! I see Mo, Stacy, Carmela. I see Ro in the building. Alvin Muhammad, what's happening? I see Angel, Peleus. Okay, Walker said audio loud and clear. All right, excellent. It's a little grainy. What that mean? You know my OCD gonna kick in. Stacy said the audio ain't good. So which one is it? Is it good or it ain't good? You know how I am. If the audio ain't good, I cut this whole shit off. You know how I am. He said sound like a voicemail from 2000. Oh shit. I think y'all just trying to pacify me so I don't end it. Sound like a surveillance camera. Y'all keep it up. I'm gonna hang this shit up. Bid y'all adieu. Oh shit. He said a voicemail from 2000. That's funny. Um, Let me see something. Let me play around with this for 1 second. Maybe. Well, I didn't mean to do that. I just muted it. Let me see something. Maybe the level of the audio is too high or something. Let me see something. Audio. Mm-hmm. It's saying to automatically adjust. Oh, I see what it is. It's too loud. So is it on a wait? Is it on a wide headset? Is it on the default or the blue? Let me switch to wide headset. That make a difference. I just switched it to another thing. Does that make a difference? I think what it is it's too loud. Hold on, because I got the mic here. Like the mic is right here. Let me move the mic over here somewhere. Where can I put this shit? Uh, Maybe that's better. It seems like it's because I'm seeing all of the levels go all the way up every time I talk. That means it's mad loud. Let me switch to speakerphone. Does this sound better than it did a minute ago, or does it sound better the other way? This sounds better, or does it sound better? Every time I use this, the levels are going all the way up. That means this is picking up everything. That's probably why it's distorting. Put this shit all the way up here, like away from where I'm talking. Maybe it won't pick up as much. See if that's better. Maybe I'll do that. And I cannot see no comments, so I don't know what y'all saying or nothing. And what else does it have? What other option? Oh, the other option is the Bluetooth. And I don't want to use that because I don't have one. All right, let me come back to the comments. See what y'all are talking about. Okay, now it's worse. Audio is good. Walker said audio is good. It was picking up your bed. It's all right. So it's mad loud, and I could tell that because I could see all the dots going up when I was looking at it. So I moved the mic up there. So hopefully it'll be better. Gully Mark in the car. Yo, y'all are hilarious, man. Soon we'll be meeting up in the metaverse. Second is way better. Okay, so does this sound better now? Or does this not sound as good as the speaker? Did the speakerphone sound better, or does this sound all right? And this will be the last time I mess around with it. So I'll switch it either to speakerphone or I'll keep it on this. So you'll let me know which one. Because I have a feeling that this is picking up everything because the shit is, all the dots is going all the way up. It's better now. Quarantine Mark. Yo, I was looking at some old videos when I had that beard. Yo, that shit was looking crazy. Quarantine Mark was crazy. Oh, Shiny about to shut all this shit down. He said the audio was trash. Oh shit. Shiny, don't make me shut all this shit down, man. He said the audio's trash. Oh shit. The true Moses out of Brooklyn. Yo, y'all are nuts. All right. Do y'all have any questions? Shit. Y'all over here bullshitting. Yeah, because the phone is whack. You know what it is? The audio already is kind of funny acting just on this software. And it's even more funny acting, I think, when you in the car. Not when you're in the car, but when you are on the phone, rather. It just, it's not the studio. When I'm in the studio, it sounds impeccable. You know how it sounds. It sounds great. He said, sound like I'm in the bathroom. Patrick, old school training. Uh-huh. Speaker sound better, Stacy said. I think Angel said that too. All right, let me switch to the speaker. Let me just see if that sound better. Yeah, see, I see all the dots. Every time I talk, all the dots are up. So I know it's the story. All right, this is speakerphone. All right, so is the speakerphone better? Is this better? I just switched it. And I'm not switching it again. I'm leaving it in for now. I ain't doing shit else. NASDAQ says no. Angel says yes. Is this better or worse than it was a minute ago before I switched it? Let me see what else should I say. Walker said yes, stop switching shit. And that's what I was hoping. So it's if it's less loud, then that's better because the other mic is picking up too much audio. I know it is because I see the dots going all the way up. So I know it's distorting too. I know some of y'all don't even care. They like, listen, as long as I can hear something, I'm all right. But y'all know I got a serious case of OCD. So you know how I do, man. Shawnee said it's better now. All right, cool. All right. Because he said it's OCD approved. Okay. Right, there you go. MV said, good enough. We can hear you either way. All right. All right. So, Hassan, what's happening? All right. So, the hell was I about to say? I was about to say something. I forgot what I was going to say just now. It's coming back to me. Someone messaged me, and they were asking questions about NADEX. Now, I want to clarify a couple of things before I talk about what they asked me. And also, I'm going to share what the interaction was, because this will be helpful to people who are interested in trading and who are interested in using NADEX to trade with. Okay. So the gentleman was asking me about the reviews on a site about NADEX. There's a site, it's called FPA. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't. Oh, you better get away from this call.
I don't like to give like shout outs and shit to companies that I don't deal with, that I don't associate myself with. Not to say that they don't, they don't matter or whatever the case may be. Wherever you choose to get information from, that's your business. Um, and is this audio still working? Hold on. Let me unplug this. All right. Can you still hear me before I continue? Is the audio still okay? Because I just unplugged something. So I'm just making sure before I continue. Okay. All right. So the company that the person asked me about, they were inquiring about the reviews about NADEX on this website. And I don't care what company it is. Every company is going to have people that are dissatisfied with something about the company. Someone that may have had a bad experience, right? Someone that is unable to use whatever the service is successfully, or somebody that's just, they didn't have a good experience, and they go on a site and they'll review, or they'll post up their opinion and their feeling and their experience. Um, and oftentimes when people look at like reviews, they go to sites to look for negative reviews because they want to hear what people have negative to say. So anyway, the person, and this is why I like the fact that I provide content, because if you can just imagine for a moment, if you didn't have as much content about NADEX, binary options, trading, just everything that y'all hear me talk about, if I didn't push out all of that content consistently, you wouldn't really have another source that's one source that you could go to for reliable information based on experience. Because everything I talk about is based on my personal experience, and also just based on the experience of the people also that I train. Like you'll hear from people that actually train with TA about not just TA, but about NADEX. So a lot of times you can inquire with someone that you know is training with TA if you got a question about NADEX, if you can't reach me, right? So anyway, I'm saying all that to say every company has negative reviews about it. Like no company is immune to that. So it's not possible to go anywhere. Like you go on Google, that like people will say something negative about Google on Google. People will post negative reviews about Google on the Google site. That's how like people don't care. Does that mean that Google sucks? No, of course not. So when you're acquiring information, it's very important that you don't rely just on one perspective. So I'm not saying, you know, to not listen to or absorb anything negative that someone has to say. I say if someone is saying something negative about it, listen to what they're saying. Like just listen to what they're talking about, right? But also don't leave it just at that. Like what some people will do, they'll look at the negative information and then they'll make a decision based on that. Or I'm not doing anything with them. Oh, I heard that they're a scam. Oh, somebody told me, or I heard someone say, or I read a review that they're a scam. And it's like, if you leave it just at that, then you'll miss out on the potential that the platform or the company has to offer. You'll miss out just because you allowed yourself to be limited to a negative review about it, right? So the person that was asking me questions about NADEX, they asked me about this website, and they said, listen, on this website, it's a lot of negative reviews about NADEX. And I'm like, I know. I'm pretty sure that there is. There's a lot of negative reviews on that website about a lot of different companies. Now, again, the person that asked me the question, they mentioned that they sent me the link directly to the forum where they were talking about NADEX and about these reviews. I took a look. As a matter of fact, I still got it up. So I'm looking at it, I'm reading through it. I'm like, okay, this is definitely not anything new. I've heard about all of these different types of experiences as far as NADEX goes. And of course, it's a mix. Some people are saying, NADEX is legit. I've been trading on NADEX for years. There's solid exchange. Then, and at the same time, you have somebody on the site saying, don't use NADEX, you'll lose all your money. Guaranteed. And they, all caps. So again, it's like, well, damn. If you're someone that's seeking out information, what is it that you should be listening to? Well, you should listen to everything. I'll give you an example. The person that was talking about NADEX being a scam, right? Their argument was basically, in demo, the data is made to fall in favor of the trader. It makes the trader confident that he or she can easily make money on NADEX once they go live. Now, do I not talk about NADEX demo versus live all the time? Is that not like a constant discussion that we have all the time? And if you read that, you're like, oh man, they're scamming people. So when you go live, you're gonna lose your money. No, that it doesn't mean that. This person's experience clearly is based on the fact that there is a difference between the demo option pricing and the live platform option pricing. Absolutely. Now, there is no difference between the indicative price. So the indicative price is the same on both. Whether you're on demo or whether you're on live, the indicative price is the same. So regardless of whether you're on demo or live, if you are in a binary option trade and you hold that trade until it expires, the indicative price will determine whether you win or lose the trade, regardless of whether you're on demo or you're on live. Now, they didn't say that. Like, so you see what I just did? What I just did was I actually gave someone more information. I didn't just leave it at, oh, well, the demo, makes you think that you can win. And then when you go live, you can't trade that way. Well, what are they really saying? What the person is saying is that, well, there's a big difference many times between the option pricing that you can get on the demo versus the option pricing that you can get on the live account. You understand? So that is true. That's not a lie. So the person is not lying about that, but they're also not expounding on what that actually means. Now, the question is, all right, there's a difference between the demo and the live. Well, why? Why is there a difference? See, they didn't explain why there's a difference. Maybe they don't know. They may not know. Well, why is there a difference? There's a difference because the demo is a practice account. The data is not providing you with actual liquidity on the live platform. That's why it's a demo. It's only there to emulate or simulate, I should say. It's a simulation account. It's there to simulate the experience that you'll have on live. It's not just about option prices. Like, that's not what trading is all about. We know that. We know that a lot more goes into actually understanding market movement than just relying on option pricing on the platform for the pricing that you want to get for your trade. We know that. But again, someone that will read this review, they'll see that, and then they'll say to themselves, man, I don't know if I want to use NADEX because it seems like they're cheating. When in fact, no, they're not cheating. There's clearly a difference between the demo platform and the live platform. And if you understand why there's a difference, now you become educated. You become informed. And this again is why I'm glad that I provide content, because someone reads this and then someone runs into one of my videos and now they're like, wait, that guy, he didn't say that the demo, you know, was like cheating you the way that they wrote on this site. This guy on the site is saying that it's like it's cheating you with something. Let me listen to what this guy has to say. And they'll listen more to what I'm saying based on actual experience, not just based on a negative experience that one person had. Because if you don't have full awareness of what it is that you're using and what it is that you're doing, how can you share the information and provide value to someone else? You're really just sharing your opinion. You're not sharing actual information about what it is. Like I said, if the person were to understand the difference between demo and live and then talk about that, now when the person reads, they're like, oh, okay, I understand why there's a difference between the demo account and the live account. The demo was a simulated account. So of course it wouldn't be the same option prices as in the live account, because the live account is real orders. The live account is where people actually have real money. So that wouldn't be the same as the simulated account. You see how it makes sense now? So now we're getting into making sense. So this is what I mean about how people will limit their understanding to something that they read, and then they'll miss out completely on the opportunity that's presented to them. So somebody might just be like, nah, I ain't messing with NADEX because I don't like the fact that, you know, when you go live, man, you can't, it's not the same prices as demo. It's not supposed to be the same prices as demo. But if you don't understand that and no one ever explained that to you, or you never took the time to understand that that's the case or why that's the case, what are you left with? You're left to rely on a negative review. So this was very good. This came to my attention today. The person messaged me today about this, and I'm like, this is good, because this is going right into the Q&A that I want to do for today, because this was a question that the guy was asking. And matter of fact, I'm going to read the question that he asked me, because this is very good. Let me just actually read it so y'all can appreciate it even more. It was a very good question. And I like the fact that, you know, he was like, listen, on this site, there's a lot of people saying negative stuff about NADEX. So I don't know. This is what he's saying. Like, I don't know. I'm on the fence. See? All right, so let me come up to the top. So he says, I wanted to ask you if you ever had problems with NADEX, because I want to open an account there, and I have looked at the website, and the reviews about this broker are not good. See, like, this person doesn't even know that it's not a broker. They don't even know that there's a difference between a broker and NADEX. NADEX is an exchange. They're not a broker. But anyway, so then he says, I wanted to know your opinion. From what I've seen in your videos, you managed to withdraw NADEX money, and that leaves me confused. So he says, I pass you the link of the forum. All the best. Now that was excellent, because he's sending me directly to the forum because he wants to hear what I have to say about what people wrote. And just like I'm going through it now, the individual talking about the demo in the live account, this is a real review on the site. If you go to the site, the FPA site, and you go on there, I guess you search for NADEX or whatever, you'll see it for yourself. But they were talking about demo versus live. Then they would, they're saying like bait and switch. They're like market manipulation is illegal. This is stuff that the person is saying. They said that they're a Forex trader. The MT4 platform between the demo and the live is 99% the same. You need a clear disclaimer that your demo was trader friendly. So they're voicing again their complaint. They're telling basically everyone that, well, NADEX is cheating because their demo is not like the live. But you don't understand the difference between the demo and the live. The live should not be like the demo. Number one, it's an exchange. NADEX is not a Forex brokerage. See, when you're dealing with a Forex brokerage, you have bid and ask prices for whatever the market is, and that's going to be the same on demo and live because it's the same market. But on NADEX, option pricing is based on the actual liquidity on the platform of the options. The options are instruments that NADEX provides. That's not what you're actually looking at in the underlying market. The underlying market is Forex. The binaries are the instrument on NADEX that you trade. You see? Like, you see how I'm taking time to break down and explain? And this is important because this will educate someone so that they don't just go to a site like this and just read a negative review and then make a decision not to deal with NADEX at all, when we've been successfully dealing with NADEX for years. You understand? NADEX is a regulated platform. When you make money on the platform and you earn a profit, you can withdraw it immediately. It hits your bank in 2 days. At the end of the year, you get a 1099. These are legalities. These are things that make the platform legitimate. They're regulated. You make money, you can withdraw it. 1099 at the end of the year for you to file your tax information. So what else are you looking for as far as legitimizing the company and how they do business? Now, that's one element and one aspect of it, right? So now, when you look at the platform, you still got to understand the market to win your trades. You're not going to just trade on the platform and that's it and just make money. You have to understand the market to make money. So you can't just say, oh, nah, they're gonna steal your money. That's unsubstantiated, because how are they stealing your money if you're the one taking the trade? You chose the trade. Listen, I'll give you an example. 5-minute binary options recycle every 5 minutes on the NADEX platform. That's an instrument that we trade. That's one instrument available to trade, right? They recycle every 5 minutes. Now, that's 12 opportunities in an hour. That's 276 opportunities every day, because the platform is open for 23 hours. It's closed for 1 hour every day from Monday to Thursday. The other 23 hours is open. So every day, 276 opportunities. When you decide to enter into a trade, who made you take that trade? That's a legitimate question. Why did you take that trade? So whatever the outcome of the trade is based on something. What is it based on? It's based on the market. Don't blame NADEX when you lose, and then when you win trades, you don't have anything to say. So when you lose your trade, it's NADEX's fault. But when you win your trades, you don't say anything. So you see, you understand what I'm saying? Instead of you really taking the time to understand the difference between how the platform works and how the market relates to the platform and what you trade. With binaries are simple to trade. They are the most simple instrument you can trade. Only thing that you have to do is be right about where the market ends. That's it. If you're correct about that, you win the trade. If you win the trade, the money's in the account. It's in there. You don't have to sit there and wonder, oh, I wonder if my money's there. If you win the trade, you'll see the money reflected in your available balance. And whatever's in your available balance, you can withdraw now. So again, if you're winning, you won't say anything. As soon as you lose, it's NADEX's fault or somebody else's fault, but never your fault. So you have no accountability whatsoever for what you're doing on the platform. But you'll take the time to go and write a negative review now about NADEX because you can't figure out how to understand how the market moves so that you win your trades. Is that about how it goes? That's about right, yes? And this is what people will do, and they'll do this over and over again. But again, that's why what I do is so important, because I'm here telling you that that's what people do, for one. And don't just rely on one perspective of what it is that's actually going on. You understand? Like, don't just rely on that. Because if you just rely on one perspective of what's happening, then you're going to be limited to just your understanding of that one perspective. And this is why people will say, oh, I'm not messing with NADEX, because they've read a negative review on a website without understanding the NADEX platform at all. Not only that, without understanding the market. So they don't even understand how to win a trade or why they would win a trade. Not even understanding why is the market even moving the way that it's moving? Damn, why did it move like that just now? I don't understand why I did that. Oh, NADEX is manipulating the market. No. The beauty of the market is that it can't be manipulated. The market is just the market. That's it. Like, that's it, and that's all. You cannot manipulate the market, period. The market reflects the activity of trades that are going on. So there's transactions that are taking place, buy side and sell side, and the market moving is what you see as a result. That's it. Now, if you don't take the time to understand that, you'll lose your trades and don't understand why you lost, because you don't understand why the market is moving the way that it's moving. All right. So anyway, but that was a good dialogue right there. That was a good dialogue. This has been my experience also. Johnny said NADEX withdrawal process is unmatched in the industry, period. I'm telling you, I don't know of any other platform that you can use where you make money now and then you can withdraw money now. You can withdraw the money you just made. You don't got to wait Oh, well, no, there's a 48-hour turnaround period for your trades, and the trades have to. No. If you made money just now, you can withdraw the money now. Money will be in your bank account 2 days. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop it. Stop it. Let me see. It's the boogeyman's fault. Yeah, and I'm sure that they do. Yeah, they get hundreds of complaints about the demo versus the live all the time. It seemed like they did a video that kind of explains the difference. But even if they haven't, if you run into any of the content on the TeamAlliance channel, I talk about that all the time. So yeah, this too. Right. Make sure that they're not pushing something else. Very true. Very true. Yeah. And this had, like this has a lot to do with a lot of things that happen. When people are not educated, they don't know really what they're talking about. You're just, you're voicing your opinion about the experience that you had. But the reason you had the experience is because you're not knowledgeable enough to avoid that experience. Angel said they had one contract scalping all day. That's funny. And yes, it does follow the same movement. Yes, it does. Yep. Oh, this is hard. Only thing cheating you on NADEX is literal lack of knowledge and skill. Unfortunately, there's mass miseducation in trading. Facts. That's a Don DeMarco right there. Ooh. Take skill, research, and an open mind. To fail is something that you're scared of. I see y'all going off on. Um, right, yeah, they don't let you withdraw, then that's a scam. Yep, not what you say, how you say it. Yes, indeed. Right. And that's why I was wondering just now. It seemed like they did something talking about the live and demo too. Seemed like there's something in the education section that talks about it. Excuse me. Melly said, "You look hard enough for bad reviews, you'll find them, no matter what company, because sometimes it's the competition that wants to push their own product." Mm-mm-mm. Negativity's like assholes. Everybody got one. Man. Um, is stability when price is ratcheting up or down, set by set seamlessly. Stability when price is ratcheting up or down, step by step seamlessly. If it's ratcheting, it's not stable. So that's not stability. Ratchet is not stability. Definitely not. I speak on it regularly, definitely. Um, and so they talk about the difference between the 2 pip and the 4 pip of the strikes also. Okay, very good. Reviews have nothing to do with skill. Let's go. Shots fired right there. Ooh, this is hard. That's a Don DeMarco right there. Stop looking for reviews and look for guidance. Dun, 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 dun. Don DeMarco. That was hard. Walker said heaven would get a negative review for the gold roads not being Bitcoin instead of some shit. There's always going to be a negative viewpoint no matter what it is. Very true. Very true. Jamal, people sometimes say stuff like this because they truly don't know what they're doing. It's easier to blame something or someone else than to look at yourself. NADEX is good. Deposits have proven. You got cut off there. Deposits have proven something. Shani said most reviews are from people who got their clocks clean or got their lunch ate because of a lack of skill or understanding. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yep. Right now the market is slowing down somewhat. Um. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry about that. Yeah, they got their TV turned off. the account got turned off. I don't even remember this, but I'm sure that you did. She said she ruined his online life. I know that you did. I'm trying to remember what it was. And if were they going at me or were they going at like TA in general? I forgot. Yeah, it used to happen way more often. And probably like the first year and a half to 2 years of when I was doing training. That's probably the most negativity that I've had to deal with. But other than that, people won't really be saying nothing about TA. That's negative. Even people that used to, they don't talk like that no more. SG, what's good, man? All day. Yep. Angel said only complaint she ever had about NADEX is their tech and the layout, but I'm skilled enough to know how to use it no matter what's going on their end bug wise. Right. Yeah, I've heard people say that, oh, it's slow and it freezes. And I've experienced that at times. I've experienced that. You know, if there's any type of technical issue going on, don't trade. You shouldn't be taking no trades. That's the easiest way to solve that problem right there. Log out and wait for the shit to work right. Wait for it to work properly. There you go. Rather get rich slow than go broke fast. Uh-huh. They don't know slow money is fast money. I like that. Okay, got a question here. Shawnee said, what's more important, waiting for MRMH to appear first or taking the trade without it but having accountability? What's more important? I would say it depends on your personal comfort level. I think that for a period of time, you'll want to rely on MRMH to appear first because you need that level of assurance before you actually act on anything when you're trading, right? It takes you time to develop confidence and to overcome fear. And then for some, you'll get to the point where you develop confidence and you're able to do it without, waiting on that. You're just ready. And if you're holding yourself accountable, you already know how I feel about that. As long as you're holding yourself accountable, you're good. Because that means that there will be a recording for what you did. And if there are recordings, then it means that you can go back and look at everything that you have done up to now. So recording is super important because that's the foundation of accountability here. NTA. Yep. It got the sound effects in my head. Um, yeah, the technical issues don't last long at all. Peleus is funny. He said Angel remind him of young Yoda. In case you don't know who young Yoda is, that's Peleus. So he's saying Angel reminds him of himself. Yeah, you guys are smart, young, and very focused, which I definitely can appreciate that. Because young people be hard headed, man. But like young people just be thinking that they know shit that they don't a lot of times. You got to be humble, man. That's why they call them young and dumb, but not the TA young people. The TA young people's on point. They're on point. Yep, consistent and consistent. Never hit zero again. That's a fact. Ace says I still have the original NADEX app from 5 years ago. Made from Android, using interface spot on. Too bad it was yanked from the Play Store. Oh wow. Yeah, I had never downloaded the actual app for NADEX. The only thing that I've ever used was the mobile, which is basically you go into your browser on your phone and then you log into your account and then the mobile interface is embedded into the browser the same way that it would be on the computer when you use it. So yeah, NADEX is cool, man. Yeah, definitely depends on your skill level, your understanding of RCB, PP. Once you understand that, you'll be in the MRMH. That's a fact. Yep. Osmond, what's going on? Yeah, that's what it is. Not right, not overconfidence. Right, not being cocky and obnoxious about it. Definitely not. And the people that have done that, they ain't here no more. A few have done that. They got cocky with it. I don't understand why you gotta wait for MRMH. See, the people that understand that you elevate to that point, they don't talk like that. Like Jamal in the group, you know Jamal with the H in his name. He doesn't talk like that. Jamal is very humble and he shares his recordings and he talks about what he did. But he's not sharing and then telling you that you're wrong for doing it the way that you're doing it. He's not saying that. What he's saying is that I understand how to see stability. And when I see it, I'm not scared to take the trade. That's what he's saying. And again, I appreciate that. That's why, like, you'll know when I'm all right with something because I won't have to co-sign it. You'll just know because it just will make sense. I don't got to say, oh, yeah, no, he's right. I don't have to say anything. Like, he recorded, shared the recording. You get to see what he did. It's called accountability. And that's where you should elevate to. That's what this is all about, all of it. Right. There's levels of confidence outside of the protocol that's achieved by learning the process. Exactly. Exactly. See, and what it is for a lot of the newer people at first, which is why until there were enough people in the group that elevated to a higher level of understanding, what I did was I said, just stick to the protocol that I'm teaching you and don't do nothing else. This is what I would tell everybody. This was the generic message across the board. Now I don't have to say that because you know that based on you personally, you need to stick to the process as is, the way that I'm teaching you, the way that I'm breaking everything down for you, and the way that you have to understand it first before you go anywhere else. You can't, it's like trying to understand what someone else might have shared in the group, and you don't even understand how to recognize stability for yourself. We ain't even talking about MRMH yet. Like, can you even recognize when the market is stable? Questions like that. So you need to be able to answer these questions for yourself. And again, that's why I don't have to say nothing now. Back in the day, I used to tell everybody, you listen, just do what I tell you to do and don't do shit else. Because what'll happen is that people will say, oh, well, nah, they doing it wrong. Well, deviation has to be backed up by accountability. You can deviate all you want, but don't deviate and then not document, right? Deviate, lose a trade, and then blame the process. We know that ain't gonna fly because if you deviated, you more than likely know that you did. Now it's different if you deviate and you didn't realize it. But again, how can you be corrected if that's the case? You got to be held accountable. How do we do that? Recording. So you see, our recording solves the problem of everything. Because if you recorded, we'd be able to see what you did. If you recorded, we would be able to see what you are saying. It's just like if you have an opinion. Oh, I feel that if you got 2 layers of stability and a trade sets up, if you feel confident enough, you can take that one. Okay. Show me. Did you do that? And then you have a recording showing me that you did that. Now there's a recording showing that you did that. It's not just you saying, oh, well, I feel this way. When I do it this way. You got an actual recording of what you actually did. Instead of just talking shit about what you think is better. Does that make sense? So that's like the difference. Like I said, when people when they don't hold themselves accountable, they leave the group. That's how you know, for the most part, when people are not holding themselves accountable, because they'll go and do shit in the market until they lose, and then when they lose, now it's like, oh, well, damn, you got no recordings, because like that's the first thing I'm gonna ask them. Where's your recordings? Where are they? Oh, I'm 15-0. All right, okay, but where's your recordings though? See, like we know what it is, man. Like everybody knows what it is already. These are really just repetitive conversations that we be having. Yeah, I knew what you was asking, Shawnee. I knew what you was asking. I liked how you did it too. That was smooth. He's like, let me ask the roundabout way. I know Mark gonna catch it. Oh man, hella funny. Oh, my bad, Walker. My bad. What do you think will be the breakthrough point for TA as a collective for the group to have its most successful year in 2022? What more can we do, or what can we do differently? I think that more of what you guys already do. Like, all right, that's an excellent. First of all, that's an excellent question. Secondly, the the fact that I have not been around like for 2 weeks, it was partially because I had shit going on and business to take care of. And I also wanted to step away just to see what y'all would do. Like, to be honest, and some of y'all know that I do this. Every once in a while, I test. It's like I do a stress test in the group just to see how everybody acts. Like, I just want to see. What I can honestly say, for 2 weeks, probably a little longer than that, I didn't post any lives. Like, I haven't gone live at all. I didn't post any live training recommendations in the chat. Like, I didn't tell you to watch nothing. I just was silent, just in the back watching. And I just wanted to see what y'all would do. And honestly, what y'all have done is what at this point comes natural for you to do. Sharing the videos. There may be like a time or amount of time that goes by where nobody's talking at all. It just be quiet in the group. I know what's happening during those periods. When it's quiet in the group, it means everybody's training. Because when you're training, you don't really have time to engage in a group like that. You're training. So you watching 301, you watching the live market observation, you watching the old training, you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. And that's why it'll be quiet in the group. And y'all know what I'm talking about. There'll be like periods of time, little chunks of time that go by where it's quiet. And during that time, I know what everyone's doing. Everyone is training. So as far as like what collectively we can do differently, I would just say more recording. That's the key. Recording not just when you trade, but recording when you're observing. And I say this all the time, like this is not nothing new. It's not like I'm saying something different or I'm saying something new that we can do. Like, oh, if we do this, this is going to make us, you know, really have a great 2022. I say to do this all the time. This is not new. But by doing it more, or basically just doing more of it, the elevation will come on its own organically. Like it's something about when you share videos. It's something about that. You share a video, everybody looks in the chat, they see what you shared, they watch it. It immediately will create a dialogue. If you were in a trade, everybody's gonna talk about it. If you weren't in a trade, everybody's gonna talk about what you were looking at. Like, oh, on that one, I see that the market wasn't quite there yet. It only had 2 layers of stability. It's like, look at how y'all are talking. The way, just the way everybody is able to talk now and to communicate shows you the degree of skill that we just have collectively in the group. And I'm telling y'all, it's only a matter of time before, you know, the day is gonna come where some of y'all don't even have a live account open yet. You're gonna open your live account. Day is gonna come when you make your deposit, right? You put your $250 in there, you take your $150 out, and you leave $100. Then you're gonna start recording activity, like what you're doing, what you're actually doing in the actual account. You're gonna record that. You're gonna trade, and it'll be recorded. Why? Because you've already developed that habit. Does that make sense? So it's like all of the right habits is what takes you the most time. It's not going to take you time to go through 30 trades. It's not going to take a long time to complete the project. Like, it's really not. I've literally, I don't even know. I lost count. Since I had stopped at trade 25 for Project Freedom, I did Project Freedom like 6 more times since then. 6 or 7 more times, doing it in different ways. This is like when I was talking about the extension, and I mentioned that I did a whole one just with those. I did a whole one just with the box only trades. I did a whole one like I'm doing different things just to be able to have videos and documentation, and I release them at a later time because it's not about me. Like, and it's another thing too why I kind of paused me. I was like, let me just fall back because I don't want it just to look like I'm the only one capable of doing this. This is what y'all are doing. This is what y'all are going to do. So the same thing that you see me accomplish project after project, that's what is going to be the norm in the group. So all of the time it takes you to develop these habits that you need to have, patience, discipline, focus, not caring about the money in the account, recording, all of these habits takes however long it takes you to develop. It's not important how long it takes you. What's important is that you have to develop them first. Make sense? So you got to develop all of these habits first, because to complete a project is going to be easy. And I see, like, I don't even like to talk like that, but I'm just saying, it's just 1 and 0. That's all it is. It's one trade after the next, and understanding why. You know why you did it. The same way that you know why you're not entering a trade at the time. Nope, market ain't there yet. Too many wicks still. Nope, market ain't there yet. Smaller candle dominance ain't there yet. The candles are still too big. These are reasons that you ain't gonna lose. So again, as a collective, I would say just doing more of what we're doing already. I think that's the response, the best response to it, to that question. But that's an excellent question. MRMH is the best tool. What happened to the thing? I don't know what happened. Let me scroll back up. I apologize, you. David, you made a video explaining this, which is crazy how it all comes full swing. Yes. Yep. Jamal, would you say that Barry is basically the point that the market confirms it goes to during a cluster? Oh, let me charge this phone. This shit's about to die. I thought I had this thing on. It wasn't on all that time. All right, there it goes. Barrier, basically the point that the market confirms it goes to during a cluster. Either a high or low, if you can answer that here. Yes. Yes, that's actually the best way to ask that question. The point that the market confirms during a cluster. Yes, because you can't have a cluster without the barrier. The barrier creates the cluster. When the candles are clustered together, it's because there's a barrier there. You know the best way that I can describe RCB? RCB is horizontal stability. RCB is horizontal stability. You also have vertical stability. Now, the extension that I taught and that I talked about, that is vertical stability. When the market even crosses over a strike, but it continues. Like I actually have created names and stuff for these things that I can explain. Crossover continuation candle. That's when the market actually goes across the strike. It goes across the strike and stays. Now just think about that. If it stays, it means it held. What does hold mean? That's stability. That's a layer. When it moves and holds, that's a layer of stability right there. The fact that it did it vertically versus horizontally, that's the only difference. So when we talk about RCB, that's horizontal stability. When I talk about the extension, that's vertical stability. That's the easiest way in your mind to understand the difference. And horizontal stability, visually, what does it look like? Looks like clusters. The candles are clustered together because there's a barrier in place. And if there's a barrier in place, that's what contains the market activity inside the what? The box. And if it's contained inside the box and the position of the market is near the strike, now you have a barrier with the buffer. There's space between the candles and the line. Come on, man. This is high level understanding of the market right here. Recording is fundamentally one of the most important principles that we use. I would confidently say that Mark is the best trader on NADEX, so why not practice the best habits from the best trader? I can't deny that. Cannot disagree with that. NASDAQ, I answered that. You asked before, is stability the same as the price ratcheting up? If it's ratcheting, it's not stable. A ratchet does this, right? This is what a ratchet does. That ain't stability at all. If it's steadily moving, it's not just about it steadily moving. It can steadily move and then steadily reverse the move. If there's reversal energy in the move, then the market's not stable. There are times when there can be reversal energy in the move, and then the subsequent moves actually stays. So like it'll go this way and then reverse. And when it reverses, it stays where it goes on the second leg or on the second move, which is letting you know that the market is transitioning because of the fact that it held, but there's still reversal energy present. So that right there lets you know, well, I don't think I can trade that. What if it reverses more than once? You see what I'm saying? So instead of you trying to figure out all these different behaviors and if you can trade them, it's easier to just trade solid stability that you can clearly understand. If the market's not reversing, you don't got to worry about trying to figure out, all right, is it going to reverse and hold? You don't have to worry about that at all. Just disregard the reversal energy completely. Only focus on the movement that is solid, going in the one direction and remaining where it goes. Yo, somebody's car, you could feel the bass. Yeah, their speakers are shaking this truck. That's crazy. Yeah, this is what I appreciate right here. Nobody missed a trainer, even though there wasn't a recommendation. Yep. Everybody know what needs to be done. That's it. 301 on repeat. Right. David's talking about recording again. Every time I next the trade, I just pause the video, come back at the 130 mark and record again. Right. Damn, yo, can y'all hear that? That shit is shaking. Like I can feel it shaking my seat. And that car is outside back there somewhere. It's like at the end of the block. It's all the way back there, and the speakers is that powerful, shaking my seat. Sound like it's in here. Crazy. Yeah, his speakers is ridiculous. Shakir, what's going on? Angel, post it again. If I missed it, my bad. You know I try to catch all of them. Antron, if it's on a trend, does probability really matter? Antron, I don't understand what you're really asking. If it's on a trend, does probability really matter? I don't know what you're asking. Try to like ask that in a different way where I can understand, because I'm not sure what your question is. Yeah, Carmelo, did you hear that? That was the base. That base was crazy, man. Yeah, MV. Yeah, I'm in a bigger truck. I always had trucks, but they were smaller than this one. This one is bigger. Maria, what's going on? Bilal said the trend isn't your friend. Yeah, Antron, I'm trying to understand what you're asking, but I'm not catching it. So try to ask that like in a different way, so I can understand. Because it might end up being a good question. Angel, try to post that comment again if you can. Okay, there you go. She said she wanted me to read it in my New York accent. Forget about it. All right, so MRMH is the best tool for patients. You don't get one, get a sandwich. You do get one, take your follow through and go get a sandwich. Keep it simple. And very true. That was good. That was a good comment. I like that. Yeah, Melanie, I felt the speaker. I felt the bass. Cause I'm like, what the hell is that rattle? And I'm like, is that his car? Yo, I'm like, what kind of speakers do you have in there, man? Speakers was retarded. I like that. Ratchet market is like a ratchet chick. Don't get involved. I agree. That's right. Ratchet chicks, they like to twerk. That's what the market be doing. Twerking. The market is twerking. Leave it alone. What time is it? 3:45. Yeah, the market is actually looking a lot better than it was. It's starting to shape up a little bit. I like how the candles are starting to look. The candles are still a little too big, but I like how the market's moving in the candles. Um, and trying the less probability, the more money I get if it goes in my direction. Is that how that works? The less probability, the more money I get. Oh, you talking about the actual trade on the platform? If I were you, I wouldn't look at the probability because probability is just a measurement and it's a percentage to give you an impression, but it doesn't help you understand the market's movement. It's just showing the probability of the trade that you're in winning based on where you entered the trade. Like I understand what you're asking. On the platform, it has a new feature that says probability ITM. It'll show you the probability when you're in the trade. It shows it at the bottom on the in your positions. I don't look at that at all because that will give you a false impression of what to expect from the market, and you can't do that. You have to already know how the market is moving. Period. because you can have 95% probability, and then in the last 15 seconds, all the pricing disappears. Nothing is there. You don't see any probability, but then the market moves against your position and you lose. So there was no percentage or measurement to give you the heads up on that happening. What told you that the market would move against your position in the last 15 seconds of the trade? Nothing is telling you that. The only thing that'll let you know that in advance is knowing that that type of behavior is already present. And that's why you have to understand market movement. You have to know how the market's moving. And then you'll be able to know the outcome when you take a trade. Because if you put like this, if you understand that there's behavior present in the market where the market is moving a certain way, you know that that movement can take place when you're in a trade. So you can't just base your trade on the trade setting up. Like, oh, here's a good trade right here. I'm going to make $40 on this trade. I'm going to make $30 on this trade per contract. So I got a 70% probability of winning. Don't look at it like that. You're going to earn whatever you earn on the trade if you win the trade. Question is, do you understand the movement in advance to know what the outcome of the movement is going to be relative to the trade that you're in right now? That's the question. So you got to be able to answer that question. If you can answer that question, you'll just win all of your trades, because you'll know when not to be in the market. You're not going to be in the market when there's behavior present that's moving against the current position of the market at the end of the binary. If you know that that's already present, why would you take a trade if it sets up? You wouldn't. So you see, like, you understand what I'm saying? Learn how to understand the market's movement first. And if you don't, like, if you're someone that wants to trade on NADEX and you want to learn how to understand the market, that's why TeamAlliance is here. So you can sign up for trainer with us, because when you learn how to interpret the market's behavior, you learn how to understand the movement, you'll learn how to end up in trades that are going to win. The key to being successful here on this platform is winning your trades. That's the only way you're going to make money. You got to win your trades. Well, how can I win my trades consistently? You got to understand how the market moves. See? Oh, well, what if it's a good trade? A good trade don't mean that it's going to win. I tell people this all the time. Just because it's a good trade doesn't mean it's going to win. The trade was good when it's set up. But what if the wrong behavior is present that will move against the position of that trade while you're in it? What if that happens? See? So that's why it's more beneficial to understand the movement first before you look for the trade. That way you know what type of movement is present in the market. So now when you do end up in a trade, you know what movement to expect because it's there already. It's good stuff, man. This is good stuff. MV, that probability is like when it says 10% chance, but it's already rain 100% on your head, right? Right. There's a 12% chance of rain, but it's flooded. It already rained and flooded everything, and now you're talking about 12% chance of rain. Good analogy. Yep, that's a good analogy. All right, so is that all the questions? I think that's all the questions that were addressed. Did I miss anyone's question? If I missed your question, throw your question in the chat. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Turn this thing on. It's getting a little chilly in here. Getting a little chilly. Yeah, I'm about to go get me some pizza, man. I'm about to go get me some pizza. Sliced with extra cheese, oregano, red pepper, garlic. What y'all know about that? Y'all know nothing about that New York pizza. And I'm gonna get a cup of ice and a Pepsi. Classic New York meal right there. Nah, I did. I'm gonna go though. I wasn't in Brooklyn that long. I wasn't there for that long. Matter of fact, let me see some. Let me see where it's actually at. Cause Angel, she ain't gonna let me. She gonna make sure I try them Brooklyn tacos. All right, let me see where this is. Let's see where it is. Oh, it's on Knickerbocker. Let me see if I know this area. Oh, that quesadilla look good. Okay. It's on Knickerbocker Avenue. All right, so I'm gonna check them out, Angel. Now I got the address. I'll plug it into to Google. Yeah, I know where this is. This over by like where Halsey is. Okay. All right, cool. I'll check them out. Oh, you get the bowls like how Chipotle does bowls. Mm-hmm. All right, Antron. You're welcome, man. So I hope that was helpful. Yep. I hope that was helpful. Did I start Squid Game? Nah. Nope. But I got it on my to-do list. Don't worry. Yeah, you guys are saying that it's good. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Yep. All right, y'all. So hope I got everybody's questions in. If y'all have other questions, write them down, and I'll probably be back on maybe tomorrow, and I'll do another Q&A. This was good. This was actually pretty good, man. I didn't know what to expect really from it, but this was very good. Yeah, Paley's be done told me what the whole thing was about. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it because I wanna see it. All right, y'all. So I'm out, man. About to get this pizza. I will holler at y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. Mark for the TeamAlliance. Live Q&A. I'll be back. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.